story time. I haven't made a story video yet, I'm pretty sure. But here's the first story video I am ever gonna do. And most likely not the last. So I'm on Build-A-Boat like normal, and basically I see this happening. I see this guy like, hey, can you stop? I'm trying to build. So of course I fly over there. I mistake the white team for the black team, which I was going to. I look over, I'm like, oh, that must be the guy, because there's pretty much nothing here. So I fly over to him, and basically he's just telling this guy he can't join, calling him a noob. So I'm like, hey, can I join? And he sees my royal member tag, and I find out that's important later because he was only letting royal members in. When I'm done, I'll show you the usernames. He actually did something a little respectable, so yeah, even if it was for his friend. But yeah, so basically he comes over, is like, hey, do you want to join me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I'll help them build if they're being kind after. So I joined, and they're not that kind. I load in some of my boats, like, whoa, but I remember that he was bullying this one guy, so I try to trap both of them at the same time in this little void area. It's just a pitch black box. Yeah, pitch black box. I know there's not to go after, but yeah, pretty much pitch black, like what you're seeing now. So I don't have any amazing gameplay like Scrubby, which is a really, really good YouTuber. So yeah, one of them is actually, I accepted his friend request. Maybe I'll learn. I'll meet them some more. See if I change their bullying ways. One of them logged off because I think he was just shocked at what I did. Yeah, that's a thing. But basically, I put them in a giant pitch black box. Long story short, they get out. So I'm like, get back in now. So he's like, yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I did just get trapped. So he goes back into the box. Both of them do. One of them dies or resets because you don't want to be put in a pitch black box which has slightly open light corners. Of course, you don't want that to happen. So I just tell him to get back in. One of them resets, but one of them stays in the box. So this bacon comes, right? And I'm like, yeah, you can join, come here. And I teleport us into this little viewing box. And the bacon guy is dropping little like boxes on. So yeah, you might hear some clicking because I'm joining this guy because I friended him. Wanted to see what's gonna happen. Let me just quickly move my recording device over. So, basically, you're gonna hear some squeaking and stuff, but oh, he just logged off. Yeah, basically, I called myself the Blade of Vengeance, cause yeah, you know that effect where it's like you're really intimidating and you like split it across the letters. I did that a lot. I called them disgusting. I said I was the Blade of Vengeance. I asked them if they want mercy. I said I'm the God of Pain. And yeah, I called them weak. I gave them karma. I'm like, this is karma. So yeah. And basically, at the end, he's like, I'm dropping this huge box on his friend, right? This like huge floor. He barely avoids it, and he's like, just stop torturing my friend, torture me instead. And I'm like, just deleting everything, because that's really respectable in my opinion. He's like, he did nothing, it was all me, and I'm like, wow, you're actually being slightly respectable. I'm like, so you want to have a little hero moment. I respect that. You have won. You have helped out your friend. You own up to what you did. I must get going. Goodbye. I leave. And yeah, I wanted to write this down on a Google Doc. I didn't, of course, because it's better in my brain and in a infinite video drive, because why not? So yeah, that happened. This very, very disgusting guy basically bullied someone. His friend did nothing, but still I pretty much tortured him. he wanted to take that torture and put it onto himself because his friend did nothing, but he did. So his username is King and Queen, no spaces, 45474. So yeah. And the other friend's username is, I don't even know, it's like epoxy but weird. Let me just find that one. SEONT. Yeah, so I respect what his friend did, owning up to what his mistakes, saved his friend, earned my respect, and I let both of them go. Now, I seem like a horrible person, but I called myself the Blade of Justice because I really like swords. They're cool. So, Blade, and yeah. Oh no, I think I was the Blade of Vengeance, because I was thinking of Undyne from Undertale, and I think in Glitch Tale they said, she said that she was the blade, the Spear of Justice, and I wanted to take that and give it to my little character. So basically I was like, let me just find it. I was like, I am the Blade of, and then 2 dots, because ... that sounds really good. And then I had in all caps, Vengeance. I felt really good about myself, owning up, getting one person to own up to their mistakes as a doge, an army doge with a P90 on my back and a doge leaping over my shoulder, cause I can. Also, I really like dogs. They're cute and they're nice. And yeah. I'm trying to put people back into their senses by just basically grabbing them, meaning like, oh, you're going into the box of nothingness and the infinite void. Unless, if you bully. If you stop bullying, I won't put you in here, but if you do, I'm going to drop you by the collar into my infinite box of pain and torture. Yeah, I put his friend in that. I wasn't really paying attention. His friend did nothing. So yeah. Long story short, I basically bullied the wrong guy, but gave the right guy a lesson that he will never forget. As a dog with a P90, another dog leaping over his shoulder, and full military gear as a dog. Shiba Inu, the best soldier out there right now. So yeah, that's my story. Oh, this is getting long for a short little story that none of you really want to hear, most likely. So yeah, see ya. Bye.